I look at you and it's easy to see. You are that someone I've been trying to meet.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're starting our skin prep here with the Dr. Barbara Sturm Super Anti-Aging Face Cream. And we dotted that over the face. We're going to go ahead and massage that into the face. And that's going to be followed then by the Super Anti-Aging Eye Cream as well. This cream is very moisturizing, very hydrating, feels amazing on the skin. This here is the eye cream. We're going to go ahead and put that underneath the eye. And then we're going to press it into the skin. It's very cooling. And again, this is also very hydrating, very moisturizing. Our next step is Lisa Eldridge's Elevated Glow in Celestial Fire. We're going to swipe that on either side of the face, on the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, the Cupid's bow, and the chin. Now I'm going to take my Sonia G Jumbo Base and shear it out over the face. This is my favorite foundation brush. I know that you all probably know that. We're going to continue to shear this out all over the face and the neck. You don't want to forget your neck when you're doing complexion. So anything that you put on your face, you want to bring it down to the neck so that it can be uniform. I'm taking it across the forehead here now. I'm just making sure that it's all where I need it to be. Next, we're going to pick up the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation in the shade number 27. Give it a little shake here. 2 pumps to the back of the hand. I'm going to take it and dot it all over my face, as I usually do. 2 pumps is more than enough for my face. And you'll see that I just continue to dot it all over. And then I'm going to take that same brush and blend it out. But this time I'm going to use stippling motions. I like to use stippling motions when completing my foundation. I find that it gives a more seamless look. With this brush, even if I swiped, it would be fine. I just don't take chances. I don't want my foundation to appear streaky. When I stipple it, I find that it does not do that to me. So that's my preferred method. Let me know what your preferred method of applying your foundation is down in the chat. I'm going to continue to stipple this foundation in. You did see me swipe across the forehead just a little bit there. I'm going to take it over the eyelids. Just making sure that it looks seamless there. Next, we will be taking our Victoria Beckham bronzer brick in shade number 5 with the Sonia G Niji Pro going into the bronzer shade. Just taking that across the cheeks there, and then across the forehead. And of course, we're going to even out the other side as well. Bronzer is one of my favorite steps, so I definitely like a good bronze. And Victoria Beckham's just so happens to be my favorite bronzer at the moment. I'm going to go back in and take it along our jawline and the neck. Again, making it uniform. We're taking that bronzer down the neck and the jawline, making it uniform. And this is the point where I realized I didn't conceal under my eyes. So I'm going to be searching for my concealer and my color corrector. I am going to be placing down the Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector in the shade Medium Deep, followed by the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in Maple. You see me placing that here. And then I'm going to be taking my Sonia G Jumbo Worker and blending the concealer and the color corrector out at once. It just makes for an easier application and a quicker one. I like to take that concealer all the way out to the temples. And of course, not to worry, because once we powder, we will make that uniform. You will not see those lines of demarcation shortly. I'd like to mention also, because I did my steps backwards in this case, I'm going to be taking the Niji Pro shortly and taking whatever the residual bronzer is on that brush to make the face uniform once again as well. Just taking that concealer, making sure that it looks good under the eye there. And we are searching for our powder. We're going to be using the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. This one is the mini. I do own it in a full size, but at this time I'm trying to use all of my minis up. We don't want to be wasteful. So here you see me showing you the product, and I'm going to twist the cap back on, tap it, and I'm going to be using the powder that fell in the cap to powder the under eye. You see it there, taking that jumbo worker right in, powdering, and you can watch the eye transform as well as that concealer that we talked about being lines of demarcation are now gone. You see that I just whipped that brush right around, and the brush itself is very versatile. You've noticed that I have used it for both concealer and color corrector, and now I'm using it to place powder. This brush is very versatile, and it retails for $38 at Beautylish. There will be a link to the brush in the description box if you so choose to pick it up. I would highly recommend it, and I would get kickback in the form of commission if you use that link. If you don't want to use that link, that is totally fine as well. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Now I'm going in with the Dior Rosy Glow Blush in Mahogany. This happens to be my favorite blush at the moment. It is a chocolate girl's dream. Watch this. Cheek Pro to the cheek. Here we go. Make magic happen. It's so pretty on the cheeks. I don't use a highlighter when I use this blush. I don't feel that there's a need for one at all. But it is a stunning blush, and I'm so glad to have it. Checking the mirror, making sure we like what we see. Moving on to Lisa Eldridge's Liquid Lurex in the shade Zora. We are going to take that across the lid here. And then we're going to use our Sonia G Fusion Blender brush to blend the shadow out along the eye. This here is the Fusion Blender. And let's just see how quickly I'm able to get that eye look done. It's pretty seamless, the process here. And I'm just taking it into the crease, making sure that there's no odd lines of demarcation in the shadow and no creasing in the lid. It's a beautiful chocolate shade. I know that it appears purple here, but it's more of a chocolate hue. We're taking it across the other eye here. I'm going to take that same brush, blending it out along the eyelid. I really love this brush because it's so easy to use. All right, we're checking to make sure we like what it looks like. And now, because this is a liquid shadow, I wanted to give it some depth. So we're going to take the Natasha Denona Baby Gold palette. And we're going to use the shade Log. And we're going to take our, I believe this is my jumbo blender, or maybe my crease brush, also by Sonia G from her Sky Eye set. And we're going to go ahead into that crease and define it. This brown is one of my favorite shades of brown to use, besides bronzer. So we're going to take that on the outer edges and work that in. And you see what a difference that made to the eye look. It just made it look more sophisticated, in my opinion, and smoky. And I love a smoky eye. So we're just blending that into the crease here. And you're going to see that I'm going to take a clean crease brush and blend out those edges just to make sure that I don't have any shadows, you know, falling to the wayside here. So I'm taking a crease brush and blending those edges out. And it's really important to note that Lisa's liquid shadows are very versatile in the fact that they work with mattes with no problem. Now going in with the Amicole Lash Amplifying, Lengthening, and Volumizing Mascara. This mascara is amazing. It retails for $19 at Sephora, and I've been loving it. Look at my lashes. It just coats them perfectly. It doesn't clump them together at all, and it defines them very well. Going over to this other lash, doing the same thing. I'm also going to use it on my lower lashes as well. It holds the curl very nicely, and it definitely does give those lashes lengthen, and gives the lashes length and volume. The wand is very easy to use. As you can see here, I'm going right to the root and pulling it out to the tips of those lashes, and I'm having no problem at all. All right, now to the lower lashes. We're going to go ahead and take the mascara across the lower lash. Just to define those lashes. And you can tell that it makes your eyes stand out when you use mascara on both your top and bottom lashes. So if you currently don't do that, I highly recommend you try it and see if you like it. The eyes are definitely more defined here. Now we're going in with our Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Liner in the shade Fig. Victoria Beckham Beauty's eyeliners are one of my favorite eyeliners. And this shade Fig is just a beautiful shade of purple. More of an eggplant, but still purple. And you can see what a difference it made putting that in the waterline. So we're going to go ahead and continue to put that in the waterline here. Carrying that through. making sure those eyes are popping. And they are very beautiful, in my opinion. I really love this liner. I'm just adding more to give it some more depth. Now, eyebrows are my pet peeve, so we're going to do those off camera and come back and show you the finished look. Thanks for joining.